What is going on, everybody? Happy Friday. I hope you're having a great day today. It's Friday. The day is half over. The weekend is almost here. Unfortunately, I get to work tomorrow. Womp, womp, womp. But I guess that's life. Sometimes we got to do what we don't want to do, but, it's just the way it works. So, that being said, I just wanted to jump in here real quick and put a video out. I kind of have this, I guess not really a series, but every once in a while I throw out a video here for Vim tips of the day, and that's what I wanted to do today, mainly because I found a cool plugin that I've been using. I try not to use a whole lot of plugins. You'll see by my Vim RC here in a few minutes. I try to do everything without plugins or anything like that, as much as possible, not for any specific reason, but I just like to try and do things natively as opposed to installing plugins and whatever else. But not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole though, because I could talk about it for hours. So anyway, I did find a plugin I do really enjoy. There's a few of them I have, but this one is pretty cool. So I wanted to cover today searching in Vim. If you're in a file and you're searching, this is kind of a, I guess, newbie level tip of the day, because if you're new to Vim, there's things that are pretty simple tasks to most of us that maybe has been a little difficult for you to figure out, or there's things maybe that you don't know that are possible, or other ways to do things. And so I just kind of wanted to show this. So if you're not new to Vim and you know all about searching or whatever, I apologize that this video is about that, but hey, keep watching. You might find out something that you didn't know too. I don't know, maybe not, but maybe. So that being said, let's just go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to open a terminal here, and we are going to clear the screen, and we are going to zoom in. And if I do an ls in my home directory, you can see I've got this directory right here called test. So if we z into test, and I do an ls again, you're going to see I have three files: test.t, test.txt, and test.txt. Well, let's go ahead and vim into, not vim into test.t. We're going to hit enter, and you can see I've got just 10 lines here. Well, actually really about 5 lines, 6 lines with space in between them. And if you opened up any one of those other files, test.txt and test.txt, they're going to be identical. They're all the same file. I made one and then I just copied into the others because I just want to show you a few things, and this is going to really highlight this plugin that I found that I've been using. I would show you the files that I was using it on that actually got me to use it, but those are personal files with finance stuff and things like that in it, so I'm obviously not going to show you that stuff online. So I just created these real quick. These are just dumb files, but this will do a good job of kind of showing you what this plugin is capable of, and also showing you how the different search functions work. That being said, let's just go ahead and jump into it. The very first and easiest way to search in Vim is you say you're in this file and you want to find a certain word. Now, yes, I know it's only 6 lines. You could just look at it and find the word, but just imagine with me, if you will, the world of make-believe, where this file is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of lines long, and there's just tons of text in it, and you want to find a certain word. Basically, all you have to do is, if you press the / key, and then type what you're looking for, type the letters, the portion of a word, or whatever else it is that you're looking for. So say we wanted to find red, I could do the / key, and then type RED, and I hit enter, and you can see that I have red highlighted here, and I have red highlighted here, and one's lowercase and one is capitalized. Well, if we switch workspaces here to my Vim RC, let's zoom in real quick, you can see I have right here the ignore case and smart case set, and I also have HL search set. So basically what this is highlight search. So if you saw when I was typing in the search that each letter I typed would highlight. And then these right here, the ignore case, smart case, it's gonna show you all, the ignore case is gonna ignore and show you all lowercase and capital. If we go back over here and we do, let's escape out of that, and let's do this again, but we're gonna do RED. Now you see it only shows the 1, and it does not highlight the lowercase because that is smart case. Smart case shows you the capitalized if you specifically put capitalization down here. If you do not put capitalization down there, it's going to show you both. Now, that being said, this / way to search also isn't actually searching for words. It's actually searching for characters in a specific order. So as you type here, like I could type OUSE, and you see it brings up house, but it only highlights the letters I used. I could do an E, and it's going to do those. I could do, let's see, if I do T, you can see it shows every single T, and then if I do H, it does just the E, and then, or just the thes, and then the E. So anyway, basically this is just looking for specific characters in a specific order. So how do you search for actual words? Now you can do that way. It doesn't change anything. The problem is, say I wanted to look for dog. So if I do the / and I do DOG, you can, and I hit enter, you can see as I scroll through I have dog, dog, and then dogwood. Now again, it only looks for those characters in that order. It does not care about words. If you want to find a certain word, you know what word you're looking for, but you don't want it to highlight other strings of those characters. The way you go about doing that is, again, you're going to hit the /, but then you're going to type in the \, you're going to hit the greater than symbol, you're going to type in your word. So say we want a dog, so we're going to go DOG, then you are going to do the \ again, and then you are going to do the caret symbol, and then you hit enter, and you can see it only highlights the dog and it leaves the dogwood out, because that is looking for the specific word dog, not those characters in a row in any word. It's looking for the word dog. So that being said, those are the first two ways. Again, it's either just the / and then look for the characters, or it's the / and then the \ and then the greater than, and then type in dog, and then, or whatever word you're looking for, and then you do the \ and the caret again. So those are the two ways to search like that. Another way you can do it, if you don't want to type in, say you're scrolling through, and okay, I'm going to go right here to the. Now say you want to find all the instances of the word the in this. If you are underneath that word with your cursor, and you press the, well, I guess the hashtag sign, the pound sign, whatever you want to call it, whatever era you are from, if you press that, then that's going to show you all of the or all of the word you're under. It's going to highlight all those, and then you can go through next. Now, if you notice, I'm going back, right? When I hit the N button, I go back. Well, that's because the pound sign or hashtag is going to go in reverse. When you look for a certain word, it's going to show you everything in reverse, and then you scroll through back. If you want to find them going forward, all you have to do is put your cursor under whatever word you're looking for, and you're going to press the star. So you're going to press star, and then you can go next, and it takes you through forward searching for each of the next entries. So again, put your cursor under the word you're looking for, press the pound key, and it's going to go back. So I press next, it's going to take you back. Or put your cursor under with the word you're looking for and press the star key, and then that's going to bring you forward. So those are kind of the main ways to search, by looking for strings of characters, by looking for specific words, and just by putting your cursor under the word you want to find and either pressing pound or hashtag or the asterisk. And basically those are the easiest ways to go about that. Now, the plugin I found recently that I have been kind of playing around with and using is actually really cool. And if we go here to my other workspace and we jump down to my plugins, you can see I only have a few of them. Right here, this plugin called CtrlSF is pretty flippin' amazing. So let's go ahead and go to a new workspace here, and let's go ahead and open a browser, and we are going to go to github.com. Maybe not. Let's try that again. https://github.com. this is going to be slow. Oh, there it was as I closed out of it. Sorry, that was my Next browser. I'm trying to transition over to the Next browser a little bit, and I'm just starting to configure it. So I've got a few things going on with it, and I thought, well, let's just give it a shot. But it didn't work, so let's just open good old Brave. Brave is good and reliable. So let's go ahead and go to GitHub, and we're going to look for CtrlSF. And if we close this, and where did you go? I had it on here. Let me do this again. GitHub CtrlSF. There is, I don't know why I can't find his. Sorry, I should have been prepared for this. Let's do github.com. CtrlSF, there we go. So, yeah, that's the wrong one. I did that last time too. Right there. I'm sorry. That was a big waste of your time, and I apologize. But here it is. It's CtrlSF.vim. This is a plugin that is basically an awesome little search tool. If you want to come here to their website, it's DYNG. I don't know if that's ding or dying or however you pronounce it. DYNG, and it's CtrlSF.vim. And if you scroll down here, it's going to give you the features. It's going to give you the installation. So it's a search and display result in a user-friendly view with adjustable context. It works in both asynchronous Vim and NeoVim, and synchronous for older versions of Vim manner. It has an edit mode, has a preview mode, has two types of view, and has various options for customized searches. Now, I haven't gotten into all this, so I'm not going to go in real deep into this. If this looks like something you're interested in after seeing this video, by all means, come over and check out this GitHub page. It shows you that for the installation, you have to have either ACK, AG, PT, or RG installed. Currently, only ACK2 is supported by plan. So basically, if you click this link here, it'll take you over to ACK, and you can install that. Otherwise, this won't work. And then you just use whatever, I use Vundle, so you just use whatever plugin manager you have, and you put it in. You put you put this right in your VimRC, like you saw on mine. And then to run it, if you are in a file, you just type in CtrlSF when you have it under Word. So anyway, you can see down here there's a bunch of key maps. I'll let you go through and read these key maps if you want. You can open it in a new tab, you can open it in a preview window, you can move the cursor to matches, move the cursor to the first map, so there's all different key maps here that you can use, and I haven't got them all memorized yet, so I'll probably refer back to this as I'm doing this video with you as well. But let's go ahead and do that. So basically, this is the file that we have been messing with. This is my test.t, and if you remember, I created those other two files that are identical to this. Well, let me show you exactly what is so cool about CtrlSF. If I want to go ahead and search for something and I hit the colon, actually, let's go ahead and say we're looking for house. So I'll just put my cursor under house. You can see it's right here under house, and say I do CtrlSF, just like that, and I hit enter. You can see it brings up this other window over here, and look right here. It shows test.txt and it shows test.text, and it shows both of those files and those instances of house in those files. And basically what I can do is, if I jump over to this window over here and I scroll down and I go to this and I go open, basically it opens that file over here. You couldn't see the change obviously because the files are identical, but it opens that file in the window over here. And if I wanted to do it again, I could Control W, come over here and say we want to go here and we want this one. We're going to go O, and that opens it up, and here we are. You can see we're in test.text. Now, I have this set to a remap in my VimRC. So basically, say I want to find red, right? Or let's say I want to find blue. We'll just do one that's got a single word. Normally I would do colon CtrlSF and then hit enter. Well, basically I have this set up to where all I got to do is put my cursor into the word I'm looking for. As long as I'm in normal mode, I can press my leader key, which is the space bar. I can do space S, and that brings it up for me right there. Now you can see that if I do Control W over, you can see that it is highlighted blue, and it is highlighted blue in both those files. basically what this plugin does is whatever directory you are in, like if I was in, say, my home directory and I opened up this file and it was way down the file tree, then what it would do is whatever directory you're in when you open the file is it searches anything that's in that directory for matches to what you're trying to search. So because I was in my test directory, it only searches the other 2 files that are in this. But like I said, if I was in my home directory, say I was in my home directory, and actually let's go back. Let's do that actually. So let's go ahead and quit that. Let's go ahead and reopen our terminal. And we're going to clear the screen and zoom in again. And if I do an ls, you can see I am in my home directory, but you can see that my test directory is right here. If I z into test and I do an ls, you can see I've got those 3 files. Well, let's go back and let's clear the screen again and say I want to vim into test, and we're going to do test.t. We'll just go into that one again. So we're in here, right? So the first time I had already cd'd into my test directory, so there was only those 3 files in the directory I opened this file up in. But now, since I opened this file up from my home directory, if I do, say we want house, and I do space s, you can see it's searching, and it searched across 3 files, but you can see over here that across 13 files, excuse me, it's still counting. What it's doing is it is going through recursively every file and every directory that is in my home directory, looking for any instances of house. So again, if you did this in your root directory, if you opened up a file from your root directory that was all the way down at the other end of your file tree, then it would search everything in your system up to that point of the file you were looking for. So it's really kind of a cool thing. So basically, if you are working with C++ or something, and you have header files and main.cpp and your functions.cpp, whatever, if you have multiple files and you've called functions in multiple files, you can actually go through and find all the instances in all those files instead of looking in one file, closing that, going to the next file, searching for it, going to that file. Now, that being said, let's go ahead and do one more thing here. So we are going to clear the screen again, and we're going to zoom in, and we're going to vim, or actually let's do z test, and then we'll do vim test.txt. So now we're in here, and say we do the search function, so we're going to look for Jake, and we'll just do space s, and then okay, we've got these open. Now if we come over here and we're in this window now, say I want to change Jake to something else, so let's say we're under here. Now how about we do this, and we do %s, and we do Jake, and then we want to change that to Bill, and we do G, and we hit enter. Now those have changed, right? So now if we go back over here and we escape and we just do right, it should, oops, right and quit. And then if we go back up here and we do open, we'll discard all unsaved changes. Do you want to continue? No. So let's do right, and then yes, and then go here and do open, and now you can see it's changed to Bill. So let's do that again, a little more slick than that was, because that didn't really that wasn't too good on my part. But so let's do SF, or leader S. That's going to open it up here. So then let's go over here and we'll change Bill. We'll change it back to Jake. So we'll do %s, and we'll do Bill, and we'll change it back to Jake. We'll do globally, enter, and then we will write yes. Then we will load, and you can see back over here that it is back to Jake at Linux, and all these over here are back to Jake at Linux as well. So you can look up any instance of that. You can do your changes in there without having to access each and every single individual file, and save your change, and then it will take place in all of your files that are in that directory that you're working in. And it is just a really super cool tool. Again, as you can see, I'm not really proficient in it right yet because I haven't been using it for very long, but I really thought it was cool and I really wanted to just share that with you. So that being said, I hope you found this interesting, and I hope this helps you out with your searching in Vim and kind of gives you a little better idea of how you can go about doing it, as opposed to just using the /, the different ways you can do it, and then this plugin that is just pretty amazing and pretty cool. So that being said, I hope you guys all have a great day and a great rest of your week. Just stay safe over the weekend, enjoy time with your families and your friends, and just God bless everybody.